you doing, Brad?
Just fine.
Have a good morning.
Yeah.
Today is Sunday, February the 24th,
Yes, it is.
2019.
And welcome to another podcast,
Welcome.
Garage Door Politics. I'm Greg.
Louis.
And we want to welcome our viewers on YouTube and Periscope, Twitter, and our audio listeners on Anchor FM and Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, just to name a few platforms. And it's been quite a week so far. We want to touch a little bit on the kind of the end game here of Jesse Smollett, or Smellet, however you want to.
Whatever name he's got.
Okay. He just want to touch on that they charged him with filing a false police report. And so anyway, he's out on $100,000 bail. He has to go to court next month.
He's still got some money.
He's not much, because now he's been written out of Empire, the Fox show Empire. So anyway, just want a little closure, because we had touched on that last week and the week before, and we always thought something was a little fishy about that whole deal. And
that's right.
And I guess we were right.
I always said that.
Yeah, and we were right. So anyway, that put a not the end of it, but I'm sure we'll know more as it goes on. And President Trump is right now on Air Force One, headed to Vietnam to meet with a second summit with Kim Jong-un. And we'll see how that plays out this week.
Let's see how it
and
will play out.
And we'll give our opinions next week on that. Next week on
Gonna be
that.
for next week.
But anyway, the biggest news this week is the crisis in Venezuela. What's going on down there? And
crisis in Venezuela.
It's pretty much. Mike Pompeo came out today on
I saw
Fox News.
Right. I saw the interview.
And he said that he's hoping the people in the military will come to their senses and realize
they got about what, 68 defections already today.
Right.
Oh yes.
But the biggest problem is they can't get the aid into Venezuela. They tried it from Colombia and Brazil.
Brazil got involved in that. I have now some friendship in Brazil, and many times through Facebook I get information that we don't even have in the United States. No, local information that people are against. There are people who are.
So is it split 50-50 or?
Oh, it's about 50-50 on this situation. So we have the leftists who say that Brazil should help Maduro, which I disagree. And you have the other side of the spectrum. Let's kill him. Now, and now that gets even worse when they close, when Maduro decided to close the border with Brazil, because
and
Brazil
Colombia
was,
too. Yeah, and Colombia too. He did both.
Colombia was the first.
Right.
Now, that was about 3 months ago or 2 months ago. I don't remember. But now, this week they did with Brazil, because Brazil started to send aid into Venezuela.
Kind of in through the back door is what we like to say.
Yeah. Now the problem with Maduro is, at the moment he closes the border with Colombia and Brazil, the only way anything can come is through the Orinoco Bay, means Caribbean.
Got a problem with that too. That came out yesterday. Also, Puerto Rico had a ship with 200 tons of humanitarian aid, and the Venezuelan Navy threatened to fire on the ship if they continue further into the Venezuelan waters. So the ship had to turn around and go back out into international waters. So Maduro is basically holding this country hostage. That's what I see.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
That's right. And just this morning before I got here, I have been with people in Brazil through Facebook, the ones who are in favor of Maduro, telling them he is this, he is that, he is that, and the ones who are against him, and I tell them, be careful, don't do this. Now, sometimes, as I just told you, they don't have much information, and as I just have this situation that this guy tells me that I don't live in Brazil, so I don't have to do any comments about the Brazilian. I have to tell him I am as Brazilian as you are.
Well, I understand all that, but getting back to Venezuela.
That's just a situation so American people can understand.
Right. But see, we like to show the world from our point of view, so people in Brazil don't get the United States point of view. So we try to give them our point of view.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Especially for us, like who's the grassroots type of people.
Right.
We're just everyday common people, and that's what we do. But it's amazing because now Mike Pence, Vice President of the United States, is meeting with Lima 20, and that will be tomorrow, Monday, and they're going to discuss what to do with the crisis, because all the other countries in South America have pretty much recognized Juan Guaido as the real president of Venezuela.
Well, I'm not so sure, because I haven't seen anything that he was voted.
Is what happened was they had elections. They had elections, but Maduro put the guy that was running against him in prison. So if you don't have any,
that's a dictator.
But he said he won the election with 99% of the vote.
Yeah,
like
Putin.
Because
they work together, like Putin.
Well, also too,
Putin is elected president of Russia by what, 110%?
Probably. but the thing is,
It's a laughing matter to me.
But the thing is, do you think the United States should get involved completely? I mean, regime change.
The United States is already involved.
To what extent, besides humanitarian aid? Invade? So what about the missiles that are the Russian missiles and aircraft?
You know where the missiles are?
Where?
In the south of Venezuela, against Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found that out yesterday.
So what's Brazil going to do then? I heard they mobilized the army up there.
They have to.
Right.
And that was my situation this morning. Now, with people in Brazil. People in the east side, on the east coast, they are about 5 hours difference from us here in Vegas.
Okay.
So many times I had to do, because when they send something to me, it's already late there.
Right.
In 5 hours difference.
Well, I understand. So, but you get
I know
the
when
Brazilian point of view.
I get the Brazilians who are against and in favor.
Right.
That's what I like.
Okay. Well.
And then I comment on that.
So what?
Brazil. I already said Brazil doesn't have to. No, told you then. Brazil doesn't have to spend millions of dollars doing it, because the United States is set, just waiting for the right time. And we are getting to a point here, United States, that we don't even care about Putin anymore. Whatever he does, He will do it, and we will go after.
Okay.
That's my point of view on this situation in Venezuela.
Okay, well, we'll revisit that in just a second.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, has anybody tried to do your own podcast out there, audio podcast? We do it. When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had a lot of questions. How do we record an episode? How do we get our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen to it? The answer was pretty simple, right? Anchor,
right.
Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best
Right.
of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. Plus, Anchor matches you with sponsors so you can get paid to podcast. So, if you want to start, all you have to do is go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start. They can get you up and running pretty quick, and you can
Less than 20 minutes.
and your podcast can be just about anything. You don't have to do politics like us. You can do a podcast.
Whatever you feel like.
Whatever pops into your brain, whatever you want to do.
That's right.
But that's anchor.fm/start, anchor.fm/start to get started today.
Right.
Anyway, moving back. I have a
Okay.
question. I have a
Okay.
question about the crisis in Venezuela. Aren't we afraid it's already spilled over the Colombian side? We saw that yesterday. They shot tear gas across the bridge into Colombia, and people got hurt. You afraid that it could spill over into Brazil now?
Is it going to happen?
You think so? Well,
Yeah,
so what are your
let's see.
sources saying? What are your sources in Brazil saying the possibility of that?
Sources no, I can't use the word sources. Those are just regular people like you and me.
Okay.
They have their opinions and their comments.
Okay.
They are not sources.
Well,
Because
you're getting up to date news though that we don't get
From
here.
them.
Yeah, it's because you know what? Yesterday when all this was going on, you know, and the fast food media was more interested in you know, if there was collusion with Donald Trump and all this, and we couldn't get anything
different from that.
Yeah, so I don't know what's up with the fast food media here in the United States, but they seem like they're one-sided. But
They're trying to save that industry.
well, you know what? You're getting more information just through your Facebook about the situation updated than we get here.
No, we don't get many.
We don't get much at all.
Because the American press doesn't really give a damn about South America.
Well, that and two, you got to remember Venezuela is a socialist country, and
Venezuela is not a socialist country
per se.
per se. I take that, but they are not. No, the situation there, they are not even socialist. It's just, how can I say?
Marxist, Marxist, nearby communism.
Geez, worse than that.
What's worse than that?
Even
Totalitarian.
at this point,
Totalitarian.
I would say totalitarian minus, mean deeper than totalitarian. That's the situation
Right.
We are having with this guy. I keep saying, and I have been telling people in Brazil, what the United States should do is, and I got something back about that yesterday. No, yesterday night.
Okay.
And I said, what the United States should do in Venezuela is what the United States did with Bin Laden.
Well, that's you're comparing apples and oranges here. Bin Laden wasn't a dictator of a country.
No.
So I mean,
No.
you know.
I understand. Yeah, I already talked to you about that.
Well, I understand.
Off camera.
Yeah, off camera. Yeah.
And to avoid a blood situation.
Well, it's a little late for that, I think. Blood has already been spilled.
No.
Well, that was
If you do, if you attack like a military situation, we're gonna have much more bloodshed. And
we have Kamala Harris on today, and she came out and said that she doesn't believe the United States should get involved in Venezuela.
we have to.
Well, that's what she's running for president on the Democratic side,
Yeah,
and she believes that, and that
What
she
she
said
wants to do.
she
Just
wants to
sit
step
down
back
and wait,
and wait
wait to see
to what happens.
Putin do whatever he wants in Venezuela.
That's what it
He
seems
had-
like it to me.
No.
But anyway, that's your liberal politicians that are running for president.
I'm not liberal.
I said that's them.
Well, you said your.
Well, I didn't say your.
You just said it.
No, they're not
You're
yours. Are they?
liberal.
I didn't say you were liberal.
You're liberal.
No, I said they're liberal.
Okay.
All right. Let's don't have a
Let's not
feud here.
waste-
Let's not have a feud
not
here.
waste time with
Yeah,
that.
right. You know, I held it. You know, it's like people calling me
No.
white supremacist. You know, it's further from the truth.
Right. No,
But-
you know what I have
but anyway-
going back out of Venezuela.
Okay.
Back to the United States.
Okay.
I have seen and I have notes that all those ones trying to run for president, they are on too far left.
Too far left. And so what do you mean? Are they?
What I mean is the Democrat Party, which I always saw as no, a little left here, a little right there,
Right.
but always in the middle doing things. And I have seen that those people are putting the Democrat on a very dangerous situation.
Dangerous path. Right. And so
And I don't like what's going on.
the problem I have with it is when they're coming out and saying, you know, the problem in Venezuela, okay, and they want to sit back and watch. So that means they don't even want to send aid. They said we should stay out of it.
Yeah, they don't even care.
Well, they don't even know because they're running on a platform, and you know what their platform is? Beat Trump.
That's
Beat
all.
Trump. That is their whole platform that they're running on. All right, and so we'll see. But right now, we got to worry about that Venezuela issue because I'm
That's
afraid
a
it's going to
situation that
spill over.
we have to take care of.
Yeah.
No other country in South America has the power and money
Okay.
to do it.
Well, this is
Because now, once we do it, we're gonna have Putin trying to do something against.
okay.
And it have to be. No.
This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted at this
Go
point.
ahead.
I want you to tell our viewers in Brazil exactly your point, and can you say it in Portuguese?
Oh, I can't say.
Okay,
Portuguese.
look right at the camera and address the people in Brazil about the situation.
Aos brasileiros, gostaria de dizer a vocês, o Brasil fazer guerra contra a Venezuela. Só tem que botar as nossas tropas perto da fronteira, porque os mísseis já estão apontados, da Venezuela já estão apontados contra o Brasil. Nós temos que segurar, o Brasil tem que segurar a fronteira para evitar que a Venezuela, sob Maduro, esse comunista vagabundo, tente atravessar e atacar o Brasil. Eu sei que vi isso hoje de manhã. Os que são a favor de Maduro e os que são contra Maduro. O Brasil está tão dividido que eu fico perplexo. Como as pessoas agem. A esse momento eu não tenho mais nada para falar. Muito obrigado.
Okay, Portuguese. I don't have my Google Translator on, so I have to leave it.
Tell you what I said.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure everybody kind of knew. We knew about missiles and all that. I picked out some of that. But anyway, now we're at the point of our show. Our shame pile. Do you have anyone you want to shame? I do. Sean. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Maduro, give it up. Give up the ghost, buddy.
He doesn't want to do it.
Well, just go to Russia and hang out.
He's crazy.
But I have a person who has fallen from grace. Remember Sean Spicer, the first press secretary that President Trump had? You remember the guy, the little short guy?
No.
The bald head? Sean Spicer. He works for Extra now, so he's working the Oscars. So, anyway, so how far have the mighty fallen?
Compatible.
So anyway, that's all the time we have today for our podcast.
Yeah.
And anyway, we want to thank you for watching and listening to Garage Door Politics, and we shall see you next time.
Have a good day. Thank you very much for watching us.
All right, Louie.
Have a good day, Brad.
You too, Louie.
Nice conversation.